Hello YouTube, Robert Alvarez the Psychic Witch, also known as Mr. Lighting and a Fan. The time is approximately 11:25 a.m. I know we normally don't do early morning videos, but hey. And the date is Friday, June 28th, 2019. This time I said June, not January. Go figure. The sun is currently in Cancer, and the moon is waning in Taurus. It's funny because Taurus and Cancer have a lot of similarities both energetically and with regards to personality. So even though Taurus is an earth sign and the strongest of the earth signs, it has a lot of watery energy inside, because the polar opposite in Western astrology, the polar opposite of every earth sign is a water sign. And Taurus's polar opposite is Scorpio, which is a water sign. I would like to acknowledge my two newest subscribers. They are John Herrera, I'm not pronouncing that correctly, Herrera, and Shelley. And Shelley spells her name S-H-E-L-L-Y, because there are different spellings for Shelley. So welcome to the YouTube channel of Robert Alvarez the Psychic Witch. And yes, I am also known as Mr. Lighting and a Fan. The fan is on. I believe there was a salt lamp that's on, and my awesome audio-visual person is going to confirm that. The salt lamp is on. I love salt lamps. And I would like to talk about something that I have coming up that I do not do that often. And that is a combo event. So as some of you know, last May of 2018, I led my very first Simulcast event. What that means is that I led an event, and it was specifically a Divine Prosperity event. And in addition to it being an in-person event, meaning in this case, anybody who lives, works, or was visiting the New York City area at that time were able to participate in person. It was also a live online streaming event, so people could participate via a stable internet connection, and they could actually participate as if they were there in person. And of course, two of the participants of that particular Divine Prosperity Simulcast event had participated after the fact. One lives in California, and it just didn't work for her schedule to participate when it was live and online and streaming. And the other one was born in England, but she was, I believe, in France at the time. And if she is watching this video, which I'm sure she will be, she'll correct me about the locations. But it worked great for them. And it worked great for everybody, actually. It was a really powerful event, and it was one of the most beautiful that I've ever led. And I want to briefly acknowledge somebody who has become so much more to me than initially anticipated. She avails herself of my psychic services on a regular basis. She has become a close friend. She has become a mentor for me. In fact, she is a mentor for me, and she has been helping me increase my online presence, especially on a global level. So I'm really happy to have her as a mentor, as a friend, as a living goddess in my life, as somebody who just is wonderful. And it's so funny because not too long ago I said to her, you know, when we meet in person, we're going to hug each other so long, people are going to think that we're trying to set a new world record with Guinness. And I have a feeling that that really is going to be the case now more than ever. So let me tell you a little bit about the combo event. So on Wednesday, July 31st, 2019, from 7 to 10 p.m. Eastern Time, I am leading a Divine Prosperity Simulcast event. This is going to be 3 hours long. And I really want to do a lot more with this particular event than I did with the one in May of last year. Plus, it's a really powerful date, both astrologically and numerologically. I would even say it's highly auspicious, because it just so happens that Wednesday, July 31st, 2019, is the date of the black moon. Now, generally speaking, a black moon is the same as a blue moon, except that instead of it being the second full moon in the same calendar month, it's the same new moon in the same calendar month. And I remember leading an incredibly powerful Divine Prosperity event at Catland in the Bushwick district of Brooklyn in New York City that was on a black moon. In fact, I remember the date. It was Friday, September 30th, 2016. No. 2000. Was it 2017 or 2016? The Divine Prosperity event that I led at Catland on a black moon. The one where I used the prayer urn?
2016.
It was 20, thank you. So it was Friday, September 30th, 2016. And let me tell you, the magic in that event was incredible. I was not the only witch in attendance, and Catland is a magical occult shop. So there was, I mean, it just blows my mind how much magic there was that night. And I wish that I could say that I fully appreciated it that night. I didn't. I can fully appreciate it now, especially since I've noticed that over the last 2 weeks or so, my magic has become a lot stronger. Then again, I do love waning moons. And we're currently in a waning moon. Now, I'm also leading this event as a combo with the Divine Love Healing Simulcast Event. I'm especially excited about this because I really well, first of all, I haven't led a Divine Love Healing event in a long time. And the Great Goddess and my spirit guides have given me very specific instructions on when to lead a Divine Love Healing event. It's always the first, second, or third Fridays in May when the Sun is transiting in Venus-ruled Taurus, or the first, second, or third Fridays in October while the Sun is transiting in Venus-ruled Libra. I only lead Divine Love Healing events on those dates. And of course, in magical traditions, Friday is the day of Venus, which rules Taurus and Libra. So, just a brief recap. The Divine Prosperity Simulcast Event is on Wednesday, July 31st, 2019, from 7 to 10 p.m. Eastern Time. And the Divine Love Healing Simulcast Event is going to be on Friday, October 11th, 2019, from 7 to 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, if you register for each of these individually, and you have that right, you pay $37 per person. And I have begun using Eventbrite. So I really love Eventbrite. It really, I've used Eventbrite. Well, actually, I've attended other events with other venues led by organizers who use Eventbrite, and I really feel comfortable with it. I've become more familiar with it the last few weeks, and I really feel like it's going to serve me well in the future and in the present. So again, if you register individually, it's $37 per person. If you register for both, it is $30 per person. And the closer we get to the Divine Love Healing Simulcast Event, it is $33 per person. So I highly recommend taking advantage of the discounts now. This video, the accompanying blog post, and the Eventbrite page for the combo event will go live next Tuesday, July 2nd, 2019, which is the date of both the new moon and the solar eclipse in Cancer. So that's the prime time to register. You will have until Saturday, August 31st to register for both at $30 for both. And of course, that's US dollars. I'm sure that with Eventbrite, just like with PayPal, if you're registering from another country, it'll convert your dollars from your nation of residence's currency to US dollars currency, since I live in the United States and I would be accepting US dollars for your registration. If you have any questions about this, you are more than welcome to contact me. My email address is thetarotman, that's T as in Tom, H-E, T as in Tom, A-R-O-T as in Tom, M as in Michael, A, N as in Nancy, at excite.com. Again, that is EXC as in Charles, T as in Tom, E.com. Now, one of the artists that I have been listening to lately is changing the subject. So one of my favorite musical artists for years has been Chanté Moore. And I love the fact that her first name means sing. And let me tell you, I have been in love with her music for more than 2 decades. She is brilliant, she's beautiful, she's very spiritually uplifting. I love listening to her voice. I just love everything about her. I've been listening to her a lot lately. I must admit, at first, I was very reluctant to, as my awesome audiovisual person would say, join the 21st century. But I cannot deny that I listen to CDs a lot less. I don't remember the last time I listened to regular radio. Spotify Premium has spoiled me big time. And I have free access to Tidal, which is Jay-Z's and I believe it's Jay-Z and Beyonce's company, or one of them anyway. I'm so happy for them. They're both black people. They're both incredibly wealthy, very successful, very beloved, and they give so much to their respective communities. That's wealth in action in a really good way. I'm getting off topic and I apologize. Now, one of the books that I'm getting ready to read, which I've known about for years and years and years, is called, it's hiding, but it's called Lessons in Truth by H. Emily Cady. Oh, here it is. So if my awesome audiovisual person could do a close-up. So I found this on eBay. Now, the reason why I wanted to purchase this book is because those of us who've read Catherine Ponder's books know that she has mentioned Dr. H. Emily Cady in several of her books. And I must admit, when I first saw a photograph of Dr. H. Emily Cady, I could not help but think about Ann Lister, who, actually I'm going to ask for another another close-up. So, those of you who are also like me, fans of Gentleman Jack, I looked at her and I thought of Ann Lister, who is portrayed brilliantly by Saran Jones in Gentleman Jack. And I was like, that face, and she's described as being unusually tall and having a strong voice. Ann Lister, Gentleman Jack. Okay. So with that being said, I'm going to ask my awesome audiovisual person to make sure that I am in frame. Thank you. I want to go over my index notes, make sure that I covered everything. I did cover everything. So as always, YouTube, thank you so much for honoring who I am and what I do. I wish all of you many blessings. And as I mentioned in one of my previous videos, I'm a lot more comfortable with likes and shares. So if you feel divinely guided to give this video a like, please do so. If you feel divinely guided to give it a share, you have several options, including but not limited to Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Reddit, Mix, and there are a few others. I'm only going with the ones that in the share bar on YouTube are in American English. I know there are two that, one looks like Greek to me, and one looks like Cyrillic, so it could be Russian. But I just feel like the ones in American English should be fine. But in the meantime, I wish all of you many, many blessings, all of you and yours actually. Joy, riches and success, radiance, prosperity and peace, wealth, health and happiness. I wish you a beautiful day and a wonderful weekend, and many blessings.